Alright, so after getting to Varrock, the next goal in mind was to get to Rellekka, and the reason for that is because I wanted to start training my fishing up for two simple reasons: free stats and very AFK stats, and then on top of that I can also start to make some money when I get there, because pretty much everything like money making wise fish is in Rellekka. Lobsters, tuna and swordfish, and sharks are also there, so that was my main priority. And so in order to do that, I needed to make around, I think it was about 30k, because I needed to get the planks and stuff for 30 construction. That way I could move my house to Rellekka, and then it also costs 10k to move my house to Rellekka. And the only thing that I could do was woodcut. So I decided that I'm going to cut a bunch of oaks, because I had a couple in my bank from when I was AFKing earlier. And then I was just going to cut those until I got enough money in oaks plus bird's nests, and sell those for, I think I got, it was like 4 or 5. And I got them, I sold them for 8k, so that was pretty good. And then the oak logs that I had, I sold, I can't remember how many I had. I had close to 500. I don't remember how much I sold them for, but both of those combined was enough to buy the oak planks and have the money for the to move my house. And I calculated wrong, and I was very upset because I spent a lot more time than I needed to, because I calculated my oak planks wrong, and I thought I needed 40, and so I had like 10 or 11 extra, and that kind of sucked. So spent a little extra time that I didn't need to spend there, but you know, what can you do? So I ended up selling those back for a little bit more money. On top of that, I also needed to get the level to teleport to my house, and that requires 30 or 40 magic. And so I needed to get to 38 because I could teleport to Falador, and then after teleporting to Falador, I can buy the Wizard Mind Bomb and boost my magic up by 2 levels in order to teleport to my house. That way I can do that a couple times, and I don't have to spend a lot of money on getting my magic up to 40. I can just get it up to 38, and then to do that, and then teleport to my house to train my construction up. And I got pretty lucky there also, which added to my cash stack for getting my construction supplies. And I got, I think, like 2 or 3 Ranars, because I was killing men and they dropped some pretty decent herbs. And I got like 2 or 3 Ranars and then a couple other random herbs that I ended up selling as well. I thought that Wizard Mind Bombs boosted your magic by 3, but apparently there's only 2. So I had to go back to Varrock and train my level 1 more. And so I got to 38 fairly quickly doing that. And then, so I headed back to Falador and I bought the Wizard Mind Bombs. And from there we started training our construction up, and I ended up getting to level 30 obviously really fast, because construction's a fast skill in itself, and then on top of that it's 5 times XP, so that was very easy and very quick to do that. And so from that we you know, got the 38 magic, the 30 construction, so I moved my house to Rellekka with my 10k that I had left. And when I got there, I was very disappointed because I needed a fishing net, I needed a harpoon, and I needed a lobster cage. And they sell them. One of the guys in Rellekka sells them, and apparently you needed to finish Fremennik Trials in order to access that shop. So I was like, great. I was really lucky that I had those oak planks left over, because I decided to use that money from those oak planks to buy a fish net, a harpoon, and a lobster cage. And I had to buy them extremely overpriced, because nobody really wants to sell you, you know, their only net and their only harpoon, because they have to go to a non-safe zone for the most part in order to get a new one. So I had to pay 2k for each of those, which sucked, but I knew it was worth it because it was gonna end up making me money in the long run. So basically, when I got to Rellekka, I did what I said I was gonna do, and I didn't realize until like after I had already started fishing lobsters that the docks in Rellekka aren't in a safe zone, which, I mean, it makes sense, but it makes no sense at the same time, because like it's literally like a little square where somebody can be on. Like nobody's gonna kill you there on that dock and then not be able to move for 30 minutes unless they like fish for some reason, which makes zero sense. Nobody would be dumb enough to do that. And so from doing that, I had already, you know, done that for a long time, and I was thinking about it, and it might as well be considered a safe zone. I'm literally like 5 steps from a safe area, and nobody's gonna try to kill me here. And I had already from traveling to Rellekka, I'm also traveling through a non-safe zone. So I decided to make another amendment to my rules, and the reason for this is simply because it adds more content for me. And that's if there's anything that's within a few steps of a safe area that I feel I'm 100% safe. Because the main reason why I started this account was I wanted to do this account and be very low risk and not die was really the main thing. So, and I'm also an extreme pussy when it comes to this game. So when it comes to Deadman mode, I'm an extreme pussy, and pretty much anything that I feel like I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna do. So it's kind of everything that I do is kind of gonna be safe. I guess technically it's not only safe zones now, but it might as well be, because the areas I'm gonna be in are, the chances of me dying are probably just about as high as if somebody suicide bombed me in a safe area. So, you know, that's a new amendment to my rule that I decided to do. Did that, and I cooked everything that was below my lobsters as far as fish goes, so I get a couple cooking levels. And I wanted to sell my lobsters for some money. And from there, I got a decent 30k, so that was pretty good. And then, so after that, I decided that it was time. I wanted to start training my fletching up, and in order to do that, I wanted to make my own bowstrings, because it's it's more cost effective to make my own bowstrings, buy flax, and I feel like more people sell flax than people sell bowstrings. And so it's just it gives me a little bit more profit, and it also gives me crafting XP. So I went to the Sheeps in Lumbridge, also not a safe zone, but literally 5 steps from a safe zone. Nobody's gonna kill me here. And I just collected enough wool and put them into balls of wool, and I bought a bunch of bowstrings that I had with my money, and I just started training my crafting up with bowstrings. And from there, I'm just trying to make some money so that I can get enough to start buying some maple logs, and then we'll start training our fletching. So we'll be close to working on our first 99, or at least our first decently high stat. So that's basically all I did for this episode. We're making some pretty decent progress, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one like you did like the last one. Got a lot of good reviews on the last one, and quite a few views and thumbs ups and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool to see that. It's good to be back. Good to actually be enjoying something for once again on this game. And yeah, so see you guys in the next one.